Today we are talking about assessment within the student-centered approach. Assessment is not only evaluating how much and how well the students memorize a piece of information through a test, but it's rather a process. In student-centered learning, assessment is done to knowledge, skills, and competence of the students. Students' attitude during the class, assessing the instruction method through self-assessment, peer assessment, and assessing through learners' feedback. Now my colleagues will explain more about many ways to how the assessment can be done.
Hello everyone. Generally, assessment is the process of gathering data to increase the quality of teaching and learning. Here in this part of the clip, I'm going to highlight the types of assessments and their approaches to enhance and deliver effective teaching methods. The first type of assessment is the diagnostic assessment. It acknowledges students' strengths and weaknesses and assists to plan what to teach and how to teach it. The diagnostic assessment can be achieved by pre-test, self-assessments, discussion board responses, and interviews. Formative assessment is the second type. It provides feedback and information during the instructional process. This type can be realized by observations, homework and exercises, students' feedback, students presenting their results informally, and Q&A sessions. Lastly is the summative assessment. This type is carried out after the learning has been completed, which provides information and feedback that sums up the teaching and learning process. This type of assessment can be carried out by examinations, projects, portfolios, student evaluation, and instructor self-evaluation.
Another major element of assessment is assessing the instruction methods. The facilitator assesses the instruction method through receiving feedback from learners and a colleague. Regarding learners, the class is divided into some small groups and each group has a representative. The facilitator meets with the representatives to discuss about how the course is progressing, about what they are learning, and about the students' suggestions for improving the course. The small discussion group usually holds every representative with each small group, and the representatives should have already taken notes from their group members. And regarding the second way, which is feedback from a colleague, it's also called peer review. In this stage, the facilitator works with a willing colleague. He first picks a class session to be observed and asks his colleague to take notes about his impression of the class and about the facilitator's interaction with the students and about the teaching methods. And later, they decide about the method with the colleague together.
The assessments are used in a proper way, or when they are used repeatedly, they can have the following benefits for the faculty. Number one, they can provide daily feedback that can be used immediately. Number two, they can provide useful information of what the students have learned about the subject. Number three, they can also allow us to understand or to address the misconceptions or the lack of the information of the students about the subject or the areas, the subjects that the students need to learn more about. And finally, such assessments can help to enhance a good working relationship between the teachers and the students, and also encourage them to understand that Both teaching and learning are an ongoing process that need a full-time participation.
The second part of assessment is a student assessments by themselves, which is known as a self-assessment. Self-assessment is a valuable approach to supporting student learning, particularly when used formatively. Self-assessment is one of the most important skills that students require for the future professional development and lifelong learning, as it develops their capacity to be the assessors of learning. Self-assessment is defined as the involvement of learners or students in making judgment about their achievement and the outcome of their learning. Self-assessment have some benefits, such as help students to develop their learning management skills, reduce feeling of isolation, especially in large groups, increase understanding and ability to think critically about the course content, foster an attitude that values understanding and long-term retention. And this is the end of our presentation. We hope it will be useful for you. Thank you.